Today we are going to learn about in this webinar DevOps by using Jenkins and we'll we'll look on that automation. In that automation we are using Selenium. So we'll go through a lot of tools like Jenkins, Selenium, and we'll discuss about deployment process, everything. Before that, I will introduce myself. I am Mohammad Riaz. I am senior software engineer. Currently, I am living in Dubai. I am working one of the leading airline industry. I have totally 12 years of experience. I'm expert in Java J2E. Apart from that, I worked in a lot of front-end tools like AngularJS, React.js. Currently, I'm working React.js. Um, as well as I have done my projects, several automation for my projects. I worked as a engineer and automation engineer. In the 12 years, I have took several roles from developer to tester to automation engineer. As a full stack developer, currently I'm working as a full stack developer. And I have taken several online classes for the professionals as well as I have taken for that students. Uh, it's my passion. So sharing my knowledge, whatever I gather in these 12 years, it's my passion to share with others. So in this course, in this webinar, we'll go through whatever things we'll learn this course. So I will share presentation. Let's go to that content. DevOps. So these words nowadays very famous. IT industry. What is DevOps? It's a combination of two words. First is development, this side is operations. Before DevOps, what we will do, first we have to understand before going to that content, we have to understand the concept. DevOps is not like a programming or not like a tool, it's like a concept, like you are using Agile. Agile is like a replacement of waterfall model. Traditional, the way the industry is working, the way it is converted into Agile because we are splitting into modules and modules, we are working in this every 2 weeks instead of working delivering the projects into 6 months in 1 year. We will split in the project into small modules we are delivering into 2 weeks. Okay, so like that, instead of deploying by using one single time, once the development completed in 3 months, then only the development deployment engineer will take that war file and put it in server, we are testing. Like how the traditional waterfall um, system change into agile, like that the traditional deployment behavior, the culture is changed into DevOps. Every 2 weeks every day we have to we have to deliver whatever you are developing in any day-to-day basis, as well as not day-to-day, every 1 hour whatever the program is fixing the defect and developing some modules, immediately it has to go to the server and the tester has to verify whether it is working, because it is like a fast process. So we don't have to wait, the tester has don't have to wait, the business don't have to wait until you have to complete the entire module, so that every one small piece of your code is completed, small functionalities get completed, it has to go to the server immediately. For that only, the how the system changed to agile, like that the traditional deployment module, the culture is changed to DevOps. DevOps is the development plus operations. The software engineers developing some softwares, like some functionalities. Then operation is take that software and put it into that UAT server or SAT server and production server. Though deployment is, we are mingling the development and the deployment. That is called DevOps. DevOps is like we have to deploy our code into the server effectively, then immediately. So that is called DevOps. Okay. So I have introduced my and go to that. So why we have to DevOps? So in this course, whatever you are going to learn in this DevOps is like a big thing. Okay, so lot of the tools are used in DevOps, like a Docker and Puppet. So lot of things are there in DevOps. DevOps, I told you, like DevOps is a concept. It's like a culture kind of thing. So it's not like a single, like Java is single programming language. So we can take the Java, we can learn, that's all. But DevOps is not like that. So a lot of things are in DevOps. We will take very important basic things. In this course, we will take very important things, so that you know the basic knowledge. So who's fresh to this DevOps world, they will know what is the important thing, how you take the code and how you move to the code into Jenkins servers. Then what is the automation? I will teach in the basic things. What is automation? So you have to automate your application so that every overnight it will run your application. It is like eliminating the manual testers. Okay, automation is like that. Automatically your program is testing your application. So we'll learn about the automation cases and Jenkins. Then as well as we will look on about Selenium tools also. So first I have divided this course into three parts. Okay, one is quality and control and deployment. What is quality? So before moving your code into production, your code should be very quality one. Okay, because if you move your code without quality, so what happen? It will create lot of bugs. Okay, so instead of development to maintain that our software industry has to spend lot of millions of money to spend only in the maintenance, because the developer is developing their code, but the quality is less. So due to that, what happened before the DevOps concept, before Agile concept, what happened? Developer is not lack of understanding. Maybe developer is very highly skilled, but due to lack of understanding the requirement from the business, developer is developing something and delivering something. Two bugs and defects are there. To overcome that, developer has to test himself, or the tool is testing his code. Okay, the tool call will learn about Sonar, then we'll learn about JUnit test cases, then we'll learn about, in this course we'll learn about test driven development. Okay, Sonar is the third party tool. It's like a plugin kind of thing. If you add, you can add into editor, or you can run as a separate application. Then you can deploy your code over there. That application will review your code. It is like a reviewer. Sonar is like, it's a plugin you can attach into Eclipse or IntelliJ, anywhere you can edit or attach. So it will review your each and every line of static code. Okay. So it will review your code and it will give the report. Immediately it will tell you that your code is not standard, up to the standard. Your code is having security issues. Your code is having memory leakages. So those kind of things handled in the Sonar. So once your code is quality, the Sonar doesn't have any zero violations, zero major violation. We have three type of violation: major, minor, and information kind of thing. So information is like a warning kind of thing. All three violation doesn't have your doesn't have anything, then your code can go to the server. What is server means? Is example, in your application, in your project, 10 programmers are working. Okay, so each and every programmer is working in different modules, but at the end of the day, the it go to production server, it has to go as a single product. If you're creating like a online shopping, someone is working on payment part, someone is working on they're displaying the product part, someone is working on that reviewing part. Okay, so but if you deliver everything, if you put all together, you have to deliver as a single product. But how your code will be merged into the server? That's why when the developer is working parallelly, every day they have to get the latest update code. So that's why we are having versioning, like controlling the code. Every day you complete your task, you have to put the code into the code control server. That is called Git is there. Before the subversion, SVN we call. There is a code control, version controlling. So the developer, all 10 developers, they move their code, whatever they have completed, move the code into the server. Next day, all the developers take the latest code so that they can work on latest developed application. Okay, so we will discuss about Git is a very popular version control tool, so that it will each and every user can have commit their code. We'll discuss about all the Git commands. First you have to clone the code from the server, then you have to update, you have to commit, you have to push, then it will go to the code reviewer will review your code, then it will move to the master server. Okay, we'll more discuss about how what is a Git and how you can move your code into a Git server. Okay, then Maven is mainly used for dependency libraries. Okay, you have many libraries are there, supporting libraries. You don't have to worry about if you create one application for string control, we have to use the string libraries. For this one JUnit, you have to create JUnit libraries. For logging purpose, you have to download Log4j libraries. So for Maven, what you have to tell, only in the POM file we'll call as a program object model file. In that file you have to mention, I'll show you a sample POM file. In that POM file you have to show everything, whatever you want that, automatically your Maven will download. Why I am going to programming part, I will teach you that automation also. In that automation, we have to use the Cucumber tool, then we have to use Selenium, so JUnit tool. So lot of libraries we want. For that in Maven, if you mention everything automatically will download, then we will teach you from programming concept how you can automate your applications. Finally, we'll discuss about the deployment, how we can deploy our code by using Jenkins, the CD and CI. There is a continuous deployment and development and continuous integration. That is called CD and CI. And finally, I will teach you the Selenium, how you can handle the, how you do the testing, automation testing by using Selenium tool. So this is three categories we are going to learn in this course: quality, how you can make your code as a quality, then how you can control your code, develop code, how you can move to that multi user environment, and how you can deploy your code.